welcome, 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 welcome. How are ya? Meow, meow. That was Final Fantasy IX Over the Hills, which would have been one of my picks in the top 5, but we had 4 people submit a top 5. If we would have had more, we would have done a vote, but we didn't, since we just started out, so it is what it is at the moment. And how you doing? What new headphones did you get? I just ordered some Sony W something 1000. They're the over-ear ones. They're wireless. They have like noise canceling and stuff, which I don't care about at all. Maybe it would help if I was doing some yard work with like a lawnmower, but I'd probably use my earbuds for that. I just wanted something that was wireless that would sound bigger than my earbuds. My earbuds are great. So, I'm pretty happy with them. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. We'll start off with some of yours. And I'm doing the audio of the stream at 320 kilobits per second. So you should sound a lot better. And I'm going to try and play as many as I can from Spotify that are on there. SteelSeries Arctis 5. Been using the Arctis 3 for 2 years. Yeah, go, because each headphone is going to have its own kind of sound profile of, where they put the bass, the mids, the treble, and all that crap. So if you're used to it, it can be kind of shocking to try something else. All right, so this is one of your tracks, buddy boy. I'm also going to be keeping an eye on the Twitch strike games and see if during this time period, see if there's any that would be fun to hop into. All right, your first track is... and I should find a way to put it on the screen as well. All right, this is Somness from Final Fantasy 15, composed by Yoko Shimomura, as nominated by Leenat.
Deus dormit et liberiam faciunt numquam extingunt nec sperdici
Okay, that was Somnus from Final Fantasy 15. As Lena said, that was the track that they used to introduce Final Fantasy 13. That's a track I really like. I mean, it kind of has that slow piano build of to Zanarkand. And kind of your typical sort of like gonna descend slowly, and it gives you this sense of something really big, monumental's happening, but it's sad, like you're approaching the end, like you're approaching the death of something. But then there's some like cool, really interesting parts in the middle passage where it starts getting a little more dramatic, the different chord movements that I really, really appreciate and enjoy. So yeah, good choice. I couldn't remember what Somness was when you had asked for it, and I thought, oh, it's going to be some of these really big, overblown, crazy ones from there, but it wasn't. It was pretty good. All right, speaking of which, this is a track from Final Fantasy X. Also, Nick and Horky, if you want to nominate some, please feel free to. This is called To Zanarkand, Final Fantasy X, by Nobuo Uematsu.
Listen to my story.
Kind of a cheesy ending there. That was Final Fantasy X to Zanarkand, composed by Nobuo Uematsu. That was the video game's live version. So they had sort of a cheesy blah live thing to make everybody clap and cheer at the end. Pretty good track. It has like a lot of weight. I always find that track a bit boring, but I think it works for... Like, it's not something I would return to want to listen to. I liked Somness better, but it was more of a... It does do a great job of punctuating the beginning, the end, and whenever else it comes up. It like stops you in your tracks, slows you down. I think it does a good job in telling a story, as opposed to being just like a pure musical piece that I enjoy. All right, we're going to switch it up. We're going to go dark with Bloodborne, Ludwig's Theme. Not available on Spotify, so we'll try to find the best version we can on YouTube. So, here we go. Let's see. Crank up to make sure the quality's super duper high. How you doing, Prince? How you been? Long time no see. All right, so it's a really great kind of like marching, haunting theme. Does a lot of horror elements, try to make you feel very unsettled. A lot of big crescendos and pullbacks, kind of like the way a duel would go. I think it paints a good picture, but I like the intimacy of that little violin, or I don't know what that is, a viola or a cello or something. Whatever the lead instrument is, it sounds really, really nice. Bloodborne, fantastic soundtrack, and one of my favorite games in the... Well, do I know it's a fantastic soundtrack? I mean, I remember enjoying all the music, because the game sets such a wonderful ambiance to it. And it's nice to not be playing... Oh, god damn it. Fuck you, Leonard. Fine. We can get to phase 2. Why don't you fucking say that before? You think I'm going to sit here and listen to 7 minutes of a song? When's phase 2? This phase 2? Sounds like phase 1. Yeah, it's a nice way to elevate it. It has a lot of extra movement, which is nice. It really fits probably how everything is a lot bigger. How he's using that sword, which I don't remember. A lot more moving around. It's a good... but it's also got that kind of glorious positivity behind it where you feel like the choir is almost cheering you on in a way. Because it's gone from more like the horror and disparate things trying to make you feel uneasy to more like epic and triumphant. All right, that was Ludwig, Phase 1 and Phase 2. Hello, Kentucky Boy 88. How you doing? All right, this next one is Stickerbrush Symphony, Donkey Kong 2. Let's give her a listen. By David Wise. You know, I'm going to, really quickly, I'm going to see if I can find that on Spotify, because it will sound a lot better. But it's pretty hit or miss finding this stuff. And like a lot of times you find it on, it'll be like a video games live version, or it'll be, you know, I'll stick to YouTube for now while we're doing that. Real nice. David Wise, I love the stuff he does with Donkey Kong Country. It's not anything that we expected at the time. I mean, we really expected high-quality music on the NES, and especially the Super Nintendo, when you had more instrumentation available, like everything you're doing with Mario and Zelda and Pilot Wings, and everything else that had to live up to it. Hey, El Azul! But I just didn't really... I don't think we thought it was going to be so ambient, where video games are normally hitting you over the head with like very obvious melodies or like hard guitars or something driving. To have something just chill so much, I mean, this sounds like something you'd hear in like an underwater level or like a snowy place or something. But it's a little more dreamy, a little more floaty, and just there's so many textures going on and so many different melodies. It really is a symphony in the way that things work together. It's fantastic. All right, we're going to get to some of the tracks on El Azul's list. Right now we have a bonus one from Horky. This is Katamari Damacy, Katamari on the Rocks. Big break beat to start off with.
your best. Picnic 기분 feels so good. 素敵な afternoon. プラチナみんな yeah. 固めて転がす I love you いつでも smile for you. 君だけにラム Hey so 頑張らなくちゃ Compilation Compilation お揃いの T シャツ Hey 手編みのマフラーと Oh yeah ハートウォーミン目白押し Say goodbye Bye bye みんな固めて
Very nice. I mean, there's a lot of like cool rhythms bouncing all around. Very psychedelic, kind of soft, syrupy, almost like 50s, 60s doo-wop. It kind of to me sounds like influences from Italian pop. I don't know much about Japanese 80s pop, but it sounds very kind of Italian 60s and 70s. That kind of like syrupy, glitzy, poppy stuff that you would hear around then. But yeah, it would fit the vibe, almost like you're on a game show or something. It's wild. It's all over the place. Things are flying. You're bringing in elements all over the place. So really, it's pretty fitting for Katamari Damacy. All right, we got an El Azul track coming up. This is Final Fantasy IX, The Roses of May. There to Zanarkand. Hey, Ezreal. Yeah, a really nice classic ballad, I think, that evokes a feeling of we're going back to a more romantic medieval time. Simple, cutesy, kind of hopeful, nostalgic. I think it really sets the tone for Final Fantasy IX. The characters you're going to meet, the adventure you're going to go on. You know, it's funny, I don't feel like I hear the melody in this one as I do in the world map. The world map, the like electronic notes and the arrangement of it and the more floaty rhythm just take me to such a different place. I don't see any of the similarities, but it might be the same melody. All right, this is from Persona 5, Rivers in the Desert. So many good funky Persona tracks. This is the one Lena picks.
It's now or never, and I've got to make my decision.
angel, or just to fulfill my mission. A river in a dry land, the last in a lost land, a heartbeat for a demon, a oasis in a strange land. I'm giving the balance, but I'm standing on razor's edge now. All my life is over. One strike just a pain, then I'm out of his field of vision. Don't ask why I'm ready, but I'm ready to strike him
I like this
down
part.
now. I'm just on a new start. There's no time for indecision. A river in a dry land, the last is in a lost hand. When I hop off new beginnings, burn our feet. Now we need it, a heartbeat for demon, oasis in a siege land. Remind us we're here for creating new life, creating rivers in the desert.
You know, I'd say, hey, Niccolo, how are ya? I'd say that this one starts off pretty dirgy, where it's like, these like slow kind of combat sounding blah, blah, blah. But then once it opens up, it's got that fun Persona dancey funk thing with some dramatic movement later on. I mean, maybe in the context of the game, that really works with whatever's happening at the moment, but I mean, to just sit and listen to it does. The opening, I was really turned off for about 45 seconds, which felt like an hour. But once it gets going, it's another great track. This is definitely one of the best soundtracks of the year that it came out. And most Persona games have a really high standard with the tracks that they execute being cohesive, working with the themes of the game, and just overall being really strong things that work in the game and that I'd want to listen to. Oh, io sto molto bene, Niccolo. Grazie. All right, that's Persona 5, Rivers in the Desert, as nominated by Linat. This is nominated by El Azul again. Actually, Felix is here, isn't he? No, is he? Can't remember. I'll take a look. All right, El Azul. This is Soulcalibur 3, Forsaken Sanctuary. Very Castlevania. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like we just hit the loop there. Wow, that was great. You know, I thought fighting theme, I thought it was going to be, again, like another one that starts off where I feel like it's going really over the top, but then it settles in, builds up, does a lot of really interesting things that you wouldn't normally hear in a fighting theme. It sounds more like a final boss theme to me, like you're really rising up to something, they're trying to build you up to it. Fantastic. I mean, for fighting themes, it doesn't get much better for me. Street Fighter 2, that whole soundtrack there, which I think was... Was that Yoko Shimomura as well? Not sure. All right, we're going to play, because I don't think Felix is here, so we're going to do a... Let's see here. Oh my god. I'm in a good mood, so let's do a Kingdom Hearts track. Kingdom Hearts 358 divided by 2 days. Vector to the heavens. All right? That's what we're doing. We're doing that. The soundtracks to these games are usually much better than my enjoyment of them, so we'll give it a go. Who does these ones? Sounds all like Somness. Yeah, nice track, really powerful. I would say this and Somnus are very derivative of each other. Like a lot of the melodic movements and the arrangement and just about everything there. I feel like both of those songs are telling the same story. Amazing that Yoko Shimomura also did, speaking of fighting games, Street Fighter 2. This is Guile's theme. Oh, that was like a horrible MIDI cover, Ed. I'm sorry. We need to cleanse the palette. Guile's theme. Guile's theme. You know, there's a Super Mercado's version where they combine all the best stuff from all the best instruments. Because the Super Nintendo one had like really terrible MIDI where it sounded out of key. And the Genesis and the arcade had like really good drums and bass. This is from the arcade. All right, Yoko Shimomura back in, what year was that? That was Super Street Fighter 2, 1993. The original Street Fighter 2 probably like 92, 91? Yeah, she did Street Fighter. Crazy, eh? Which was like 25, 30 years ago or something. Almost 30 years ago. That's crazy. She must have been so young. All right, this is Celeste Resurrection. Resurrections. This is nice. Kind of reminds me of Faster Than Light. Oh, yeah. You know, I'll say that, does this track change up much later? Oh, yeah. This is at 4 minutes in. Okay. 5 minutes in. Seven minutes in. In the end. So it's quite an epic song. Obviously, we don't have time to listen to the whole thing, but I'd say like it's a pretty simple progression, chord structure. You know, it's like nothing special in terms of the actual composition of the melodies and the progression. But I think what really saves it is maybe that like slight tweak in the melody when it's first coming up that kind of throws you a bit off guard, and the tones and the arrangement of it, I think, is what is really interesting about it. Celeste Resurrections. All right, next up is a track from Legend of Mana. Legend of Mana. This is City of Flickering. That sounds nice. I love when you're playing an RPG and you go to a new city, a new town. God, that line sounds so Super Nintendo. All right, those Legend of Mana, City of Flickering Destruction. Yeah, a nice RPG town track from the PS1 era. Feels kind of mysterious, old, like maybe something bad has happened or is about to happen, or you're kind of... To me, it sounds like you've stepped into a town where something long ago happened that was maybe disturbing. It's a nice little track. Kind of creaky and oozy and has a nice winding progression about it. All right, this is Hollow from Final Fantasy VII Remake. The only Uematsu track created for the game.
I would be lost, drifting
Yeah, Plague Town for sure.
floating up high, time after time, and there you'd be, shining brightly bloody and bruised, brought to my knees, when beaten down, when broken up, you would appear, reach out to me, heal every wound, and make me whole. Was it all a dream? Will I never know? Foolish and blind to everything. Had to realize
All right, let's get to the chorus here.
my embrace shine bright.
Auto-tune.
Guide me to you. Smile bright once more. This time I'll never let you go.
Felix!
With your every smile, hiding something more. Dark mysteries lurking beneath. But I was consumed with this emptiness, this selfishness, this void to fill. Hear me once more. Show me your smile. This time for sure, I'll say the truth that is inside your tears. But
All right, Hollow, as nominated by Felix, who just showed up in time. Pronunciations of what? Oh, yeah. Fine. Sometimes I don't mind the accent when they have when it comes through. I think it could be kind of charming, like in ABBA when they sing. That's a nice ending. Yeah, I think this guy's good at kind of screaming and yelling, but it's nice to hear a new Uematsu track of this style. It feels way different than anything he did in the previous games. It's kind of this marching rock song, great chorus, really catchy chorus, really dramatic. I think it works really, really well. I mean, for them to just put in Uematsu and to kind of throw him a bone, it's nice that when he stepped up to the plate for his honorary pitch, he knocked out of the park with something really unique and interesting. All right, let's start playing some more of these Felix songs. This is from one of my favorite gaming soundtracks of all time. This track is called The Sound of the End, Quiet. So I think I might need to find the actual version of it because there are so many different versions in this OST. Sound of the End, Quiet. Nope, I think I got it. This is from Nier Automata, as nominated by Felix.
So much fate
A really creepy one you picked there, Felix. Is this more to do with this? Like, it's a nice song. Is it more to do with your feeling of when it appears in the game? I think I would have went with more of like sort of the rising, falling action kind of combat ones. I think are done so well. Because I'm a big fan of Muse, and I find that like a lot of what they're doing in this is very Muse inspired. I'm thinking of like best spend $10 on a booster for Sin and win. If you wanted to, you can learn a lot from 5 free to play games in a row. Sin of Alice, Teddy Boy. Creepy Nier song. All right, let's play Persona 5 song. Came out the same year as Nier Automata. This is Whims of Fate, as nominated by Felix.
Champagne floating, dinner suicide. Keep your phone class away from her chitting hands. Tell me that's that sexy. Gonna say what she's got in store for her man. So we know the dice, see what they made for. Come on, why don't we spin the wheel? See who it may call. Give in to temptation. Maybe lose it though, yeah. Who knows where the winds of fate may lead us?
Man, the live feel of these tracks, the drums, that grinding bass, where like the bass and the rhythm is the real star of it. I actually prefer a lot of the stuff without the vocals. I think that the vocals are fine, but they could be a bit cheesy for me. But I really love a lot of the funk beats and just how much they nail that really funk, cool vibe, spy heist. Just fits the game so well. It elevates it so well. It does everything a soundtrack should do, far beyond what you would expect. All right, let's do a El Azul. So we did all yours, hey Leonard? All right, we're going to do an El Azul track. This is from Kingdom Hearts 2. The Other Promise, it's called. The Other Promise. This is a remastered OT. I don't know if we want to have a remastered OT. Sometimes they change quite a bit. Kingdom Hearts 2, let's try this. Go Robin Hood! Hey, Claudio. Pretty nice for a boss fight. It's a nice track. Very sweet, very powerful. Kind of feels like you're going through an arduous journey. Like you're trying to understand what kind of story Nomura is telling you. All right, next one. Let's go way the other way. This is from Red Dead Redemption 2, composed by a Canadian fellow named Daniel Lanois. That's the way it is. This happens in Red Dead 2 when Sora realizes that the Black Hearts are no longer wearing cowboy hats, and that's the way it is. Yeah.
The many miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine, only just to burn. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. May the wind be at your back, good fortune touch your hand.
Maybe I wasn't good to you quite as often
your command.
as I should.
That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
That's the way it is. Oh, that's the way it is. It's a nice track. Definitely, Daniel Lanois, I believe he produced the highest acclaimed U2 albums. And he's had a long, great history. Interesting to see him pop up as a singer-songwriter for that game, but I think it fits so well. It was a bit unexpected. Very mature. A really mature moment. You almost wanted, halfway through it, a character from GTA 5 to show up and go, yo, fuck you, man. So that's really nice. All right, I'm trying to look for Destruction Echoes of the Spiral here for Elazul. But I'm not finding anything like that. So maybe you have to tell me a different way to find that. In the meantime, we're going to play some tracks off of Lachlan, Mr. A 90s Kid himself. The man who created a 90s Kid. Keeps it all going. These are his picks. This is from Halo. Halo 1, the Halo theme song. Yeah, it was a nice. It's not what people expected. I think it really pumped things up to another level, kind of like with Red Dead, where it felt like, hey, Cassius got woken up by his baby girl for his tracks on the list. I think that, like, when did Halo first come out? 2001? Halo original game release. 2001. Okay, so let's see. Video games 2001. We had GTA 3, the first 3D Grand Theft Auto, Super Smash, Final Fantasy X, Max Payne. Oh my god, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Metal Gear Solid 2! Good god! This was a heck of a year. And I think it was when they kind of took another step with how they were going to present games in a more of a mature way. At least it felt like that to me, because that was that era of Halo, the Xbox, PS2 was the first time I could buy a console by myself as an adult. According to Jack Packard from Red Letter Media, a bad game because it's not as innovative as Abe's Odyssey. Like, what a stupid. I think when he shaves his head, he shaved a lot of his brain off. Something happened. All right, we got another Kazi Lachlan track on here. Not a Kazi track. Lachlan. Oh, a song after my own heart. A song I play if I'm stuck on like a Bloodborne or Dark Souls boss or something, and I just need something to chill me out. This is a track that for the longest time, there's actually an interesting story behind this one. It was the American and the Japanese offices were working together. This was a launch title for the N64. They couldn't figure out the track for this, and it was getting near the end of the game production. The composer moved his stuff into the main director's office, and he was just like messing around, playing stuff. He came up with like this beat, and he started grooving on it, and then one of the Japanese developers came by, and he poked his head in, and he started flapping his arms. And they're like, "Birdman?" He's like, "Hiya, Birdman, Birdman." And they said, and that's when we knew we had the track for Birdman. When the snare drum comes in after the solo. Whoa. The snare drum's starting to wake up. Oh yeah, I want to be making sweet bird love. Pretty long track for the N64. This was one of 3 launch games on the N64. Only 2 launch games on In the North American release, Mario 64 and Pilot Wing 64. In Japan, there was some kind of like pool game. Fantastic. All right. Oh, another one of my all-time favorites. This is a fanfare from a Final Fantasy game. I just love the way that this melody and progression, the way they roll over themselves, is so genius. I love this because you don't know where the home chord is. It just keeps landing from chord to chord to chord to chord. And then it hits here and kind of flares up. And then you're back. But you're always off kilter. Yeah. And the heaviness of the rhythm feels like that heavy cyberpunk, especially the beats you heard in the slums, and the kind of like alien-like synth gives it that futuristic feel. It just totally matches everything going on in the game, and it's such a nice thing to hear after. Let's compare this to the Final Fantasy VIII fanfare. Jungle Techno. And then it gets kind of scary here. Oh, what did I do? All right, palette cleanser. No, let's build up to this one. Some of the greatest music from my generation of growing up playing is on the Sega Genesis with Sonic the Hedgehog. They brought in a Japanese pop composer, one of the top guys at the time, to do this. This had never really been done in video games before. They'd always brought in these more classical and video game composers. And this is Green Hill Zone from the very first Sonic. The very first song you hear, other than, the opening Sega and then the Sonic title sequence, but the first level theme. Of course, an ad for someone who doesn't even own the game, just some random person on YouTube. How dare you do that? All right, a proper... Whoa, 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 whoa. The song's got, it's like so confidently swaggers in with that those like big heavy chords going back and forth. It has such like a beautiful sauntering it's like you're kind of speeding through something. It's green and lovely and sunny, and you're flying all over the place. And it really matches the different dimensions of it. It's even though like the Mario music might be more iconic and fits the Mario theme of like more slowly kind of going through it and kind of plodding through. This feels like you're just cruising right through, and is because of the chips that they made this on, where they're actually like using more of a synth chip. You got those great bass sounds, those like heavy bass sounds and drums and guitar and synths, and when you bring in somebody that understands how to write pop music in this vein, it's just so well done. And really nothing we didn't see anything like this in game music for quite some time after a while. Yeah, Michael Jackson came in and worked on some stuff for Sonic 3, but went uncredited because he didn't like it. He didn't like what he had come up with. This is a quick pick of mine. This is from Wind Waker. This is Dragon Roost Island. Come on, get to that big epic part here. Oh man, when Majora's Mask probably had one of my really all-time favorite ones. This is a real quick one. I think that in terms of really quickly establishing a feeling, I don't know if any shorter piece of music can make me feel this much, this sense of like absolute bewildering wonder. When I hear this theme, I just think, well, I'll let it play through. Yeah, very true. It is like because really up to this point everything has been very dark and depressing. Link enters the game beaten. He looks like he's close to death on his horse. Someone tricks you in the forest, steals your horse, and traps you in this mask. Everything is different and demonic, and like Prince said, even the like choirs in the game sound very demonic. And you go to this place, and finally, as you see that this moon is going to come down and kill us, at least there is this beautiful moment. And it's like the beauty of this game is in this song. The beauty of the song is that it still feels like everything's melting away around it. Like it's gorgeous and it's hopeful and it's beautiful, but that everything comes to an end, and that life ends, and everything in this world will end every 3 days. It doesn't matter what you do to stop it. it's all going to go back to how it was. All you can do is try to reverse time and undo the things you've done. And it's like fate. You can't stop fate. Unless you're, Nomura, then you say screw fate and screw games that came before you. I love this song so much. It makes me so sad. But it's so beautiful. All right, we're going to play a theme from the very first Deus Ex, almost universally hailed as the top PC game of the year, to A Link to the Past church theme. Yeah, you know what? Let's listen to that real quick. Link to the Past church theme, because I'm not sure of what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. And with the way the Super Nintendo handles these kind of samples and gives them this like warbly quality because they're so compressed and so low quality. I'd say the Astro Observatory is aiming to be happy with a bit of sadness. This is almost like sad but trying to be happy. Yeah, great track. Thank you, Claudio. New Game Plus lets you carry on things you have, basically confirming that Link is trapped in the cycle. Yeah, it was a really excellent idea to take advantage of and play with the meta aspect of we're just remixing an old game, but how can we make it as original as possible? This kind of like dancing military cyberpunk rhythm. I wouldn't mind trying to do this again. I need to play it like really close up to me or with a different resolution because I found it really hard to like read everything the way I was trying to play before. Great choice, Lachlan. UNATCO, Deus Ex. Now, as a shameless plug for something I've done, I put together, when I was dabbling in a bit of electronic music, that's from Deus Ex #1. For the very first Deus Ex, that's UNATCO. It's one of the first themes you hear, I guess, you're going through the UNATCO building. I made a cyberpunk type song, kind of similar to that. It was inspired by playing Mass Effect, I think the bombing run, but I think it ended up not sounding anything like Mass Effect. But I recut a Ghost in the Shell trailer, the Scarlett Johansson one, with that music. So I'm going to show that to you now because this is my stream, so you have to watch it. Okay, let's see. How are we going to do this? Display capture. Display number 2, please. Thank you very much. When I switch the track list to the right of the screen so you're not obstructing it. Well, because then you're going to obstruct it. I guess, and then where am I going to put your chat? See, now it looks like this. Now it just looks insane. I guess we could just say, sorry, Yoko Shimomura, if it's too much, you can kind of go like this. All right, that's the way it is. Yeah, it's quite the overlay. You know, they say if you've written something down and you don't want people to read it, instead of scribbling it out, just write a whole bunch of other letters, because then it becomes impossible to read. So if you wrote a note, just write different letters over each of the letters you don't want people to see. Make sense? All right. Why does this look like this? I probably did some kind of cropping before. There you go. All right, here we go. This is the recut trailer I did with some of my own music. Very cyberpunky. Okay, bam, let's kick it. I mean, I remixed a trailer. Yeah, like I took a trailer they had and changed it around to fit the music I had and put it in different order and stuff. I wish I put in drums here. I think I could use a drum build right now. Yeah, so that's something I was working on. I really wish I would have added some drums or something. Would have been nice, but that is on my... What channel is this? Matthew Falvi. Okay, so back to what we were at. That was a little palette cleanser for you. Very futuristic. Tron Cyberpunk. Yeah, thanks. No nipples, though. I needed more nipples. Okay, so what do we got left here? Oh, that was all of Lachlan's. And Elazul's, and that was everybody's. Did I play all of yours, Leonot? Let me have a look. I know that somebody requested some way back. Dancing Mad was one that they requested, so let's put that on. Final Fantasy VI Dancing Mad. We're not going to play the whole thing.
Music, you're basically having a
So, you'll do what Strakta, Hans Zimmer. Okay. This is incredibly... Man. So ambitious for the time. This is on the Super Nintendo, put out in 1994. I mean, had you ever heard a game piece of music of this length and this ambitious with its instrumentation? Wow, amazing. Definitely not going to listen to the whole thing. No way. But it's impressive. Fantastic. Dancing Mad. Sure, let's put another one from Claudio. Battletoads and Double Dragon Stage 3. David Wise. Oh, yeah. You can immediately hear the David Wise jam. A little bit off kilter, kind of sparkly up top. So cool. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Is that 20? Actually, Lenot and Lachlan had overlap of Stickerbrush Symphony. Ba, 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 ba. We'll put mine down at the bottom. My one choice. I'm going to assume that's Koji Kondo. All right, now we can just listen to some... Unlit! Silence Before the Storm. Oh, definitely. I think Silence Before the Storm is a bloody masterpiece. And to Zanarkand is effective, but Silence Before the Storm and Freya's theme are... I mean, if you look at Astral Observatory being one of my picks, these Calm Before the Storm and Freya's theme are very much up my alley in terms of what I like. That beautiful sadness, really emotional, dramatic movements, but not heavy and plotting. All right, let's check it out. Oh, and I think that this evokes the story so much more than to Zanarkand. It's like you're frozen. To me, this feels like I'm Tidus. I'm frozen in another world. Yuna's kind of frozen on her path. It's like we have to keep walking, but magic is all around us, and we don't know what to do. It just so captures the drama and the love and the romance of it. And just kind of like these are young kids, Yuna and Tidus, and this is like life's magical, and I love you, and we're on this adventure together, and it's like, what are we doing here? And this is when the world kind of goes away and they can just chill. This is like we're on there, that kind of magical river road, and they go to the water and stuff. What an unbelievable game. I love Uematsu's bass choice too. Is this an Uematsu song? I hate this keyboard. The keys go down at different times, so I always get my letters backwards. Is this not? But Hamazu was on 10 as well, and so was somebody else, Junya Nakano, doing the more like techno stuff. All right, let's look at the... Yeah, this is so good. I think this is the original version too. Let's hear the remastered real quick. More bass, fuller. There's a charm to those original tracks though. All right, let's check out Wandering Flame from Final Fantasy X. Oh, this is another one that actually is kind of... Wandering Flame is basically taking Silence Before the Storm and going more depressing. This is, yeah, like embracing the darks. If there's a yin and a yang of Silence Before the Storm, this is the yang. Oh, yeah. This is like, we've come up to our destiny. There's nothing we can do to change it. We just have to accept it. Oh, man. I hear this and I just think of, like, floating dead bodies and Yuna trying to send them. Oh, those, like, wind instruments there? Oh, God. See, I wouldn't think this was a Uematsu track. Yeah, 15 is good for that. I mean, yeah, totally. It's just another version. It's kind of like Final Fantasy VII Remake. You still have the original. And the remake is going to be something different, something to talk about. Yep. Hey, Niccolo! Absolutely. This is an unbelievable sunset song. Final Fantasy 15 free on Xbox One? I know Final Fantasy 9 is coming to Games Pass. Who? Okay, now I gotta hear Freya's theme. Oh no, I gotta know who wrote this. Okay. So to Zanarkand. Let me turn this down. To Zanarkand is Uematsu. Titus's theme, Uematsu. Run is Junya Nakano. That's when they kind of bring in the what's her name, Riku and all those people. Oh, thanks, Prince. I'm a sunset kind of guy. I'm not a bright, sunny day kind of guy. Battle theme Uematsu, victory fanfare Uematsu, game over Uematsu. Out of the frying pan Uematsu. Nakano did This Is Your Story and Creep. And Run. Besaid, Hamazu. So Mr. Hamazu of Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake did this beauty. Nice and ambient, but with a pulse. He does ambience with a motor under it. Okay, let's see. Spira Unplugged, Uematsu and Hamazu. Weird. Same as Hymn of the Faith, both of them. Calm Before the Storm, Uematsu. I can see that because that is a strong melody. Hymn of the Faith. Where's Wandering Flame? Disc 4. Wandering is a Hamazu. That makes sense. I guess Wandering is Wandering Flame. Yeah, Wandering Flame. So, you know, from yeah. They do kind of reach out to that lo-fi track of like a bit of a pulse, but like a chilled out, laid back pulse. Ooh, those cymbals. I think you can hear when Uematsu passes the torch to Hamazu from Silence Before the Storm to Wandering Flame. I feel like Wandering Flame is like almost a tribute to Silence Before the Storm. Kind of like a call and response. All right. Off of Final Fantasy X into Crisis Core. This is Under the Apple Tree. Composed by Ishimoto. I don't know what he's done. I think the I've never played this game, but the image of Zack and this music kind of makes it feel like it feels like a kind of a lone gunman, a lone western cowboy, kind of heading out into the darkness, out into the sunset to fight somebody. I don't know what we're gonna play tomorrow. Yeah, I watched Advent Children for a little bit and I didn't care for it, so I had no desire to go play Crisis Core. So, no thanks. I'll keep my memories where they are. Yet here I am playing Remake. Kind of sounds like Uematsu's Hollow from 7 Remake. I don't have Game Pass, but I'll often just grab Games Pass when I need to. So we could do Final Fantasy 9. We need to pick a game. I was gonna see like what's going on with this Twitch strike. Seems like people are watching Mario Kart 8, Super Mario World, Mario 64. What else? Civilization 6, which I'd like to try. Detroit Become Human. Scum. Cuphead. What else? Total War Warhammer 2. I'd play that. I love Warhammer, and I love strategy games. I found that game a bit overwhelming, though. I think I'd need to play that by myself for about a half an hour just to get the controls kind of figured out. Come on up, buddy boy. We got a big fat orange cat wanting to come up. Come on. Get up here. Oh, yeah. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Hop into my lap. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Let's do it. Get up here. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's thinking about it. Come on. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes. Yes. Pull. No, he gave up. Come here, Fatso. Alright. So, yeah. Final Fantasy IX is your vote. Yeah, here, I'll show you what games are on here. Okay, that's quite the track. That was a good one. Nothing beats Chrono Cross. Oh my god. Chrono Cross. You know what I'd really like to replay? Final Fantasy VII. I'd like to replay Final Fantasy VII. Is what I'd like to replay. This kind of sounds like Crisis Core. Oh, these ginger cats are the best, man. They're so... They just love, you know? Cat sees man screaming, do it! Oh, no, you got spoiled, you fool. You're replaying Final Fantasy IV. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that one. I don't think I'm going to love Final Fantasy IV, but I've played the part up to, where he becomes the paladin, which I really love. Oh my god, it's so cool. There's like a big sacrifice in that game too, right? Like the twins or something have some. That's pretty nice. I don't want to spoil it. The game's from 1992. Oh no. Nah, we won't go back and play it, Princey boy. Best games to stream on Twitch. All right, do you see anything on here you like? Super Mario 64 we played recently, but I love it. I don't know what Secret Neighbor is. Raft? This would be a good one to play. 30, I don't know if you guys can read all that stuff. If I could zoom in. All right. I can just sit down normally. I saw text over the screen. Oh, thank you. All right. Oh, yeah. Look through the screen door. Let's do this and make this bigger. So what do we got here? Okay, look at this Raft game. None of the big people are playing it. Channel 39, tons of people watching it. I don't know what that is. Raft. Raft of some kind. Dress up and play poker with a big fat cigar. Yes. Jason Schreier confirmed it's a server hack. Oh, for Last of Us? I wouldn't mind playing a bit of poker. I'm not very good at it, though. Right. Well, Sony's had hacking problems before. NBA 2K. Mass Effect 3 getting back in the picture. Ow! What's that? EVE Online? I always wanted to try this, but I think I'd get super addicted to it. I think we played Super Mario World recently. What the hell is Last Oasis? Looks kind of neat. Looks like an Xbox game. Or PC. Stars. I would like to play Star Citizen. Can you just play that normally now? Is that actually out as a single player game? That's all I wanted was to play a new kind of wing commander. I didn't want him to do all this crazy stuff and make like a first person piece of crap. Oh, Eve is too sort of like redundant. I see. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I don't want to play that. Marbles? Marbles. You know, I've never played Binding of Isaac, and it's a game that's always turned up as, you know, one of the best of all time. I should play Binding of Isaac. Or Civ. I'd like to play Civ. No, not really interested in Gwent. Hearthstone scared me to play, get into these card games. Warcraft 3, that could be really fun. Rust? What's Rust? Yeah, people are still playing that. All the leaked Nintendo source code? No. What did they find out? That Nintendo psychologically knows how to make games awesome? I've never played RuneScape. That'd be kind of neat. Play one round of RuneScape. Is it in rounds? Michael Corey! Civ 6. I'd like to play this. It'd be cool to play it on my Switch. You adored Warcraft 3 back in the day. Bootloaders for the Wii and a ton of source code. Hardware design so you could theoretically build a Wii. That's awesome. A lot of bogans out there. Civ 4 is the best one. Detroit Become Human. But there's like a couple big people playing it. That's what's going on. Do not play RuneScape. The thing, when you play a PC game that has like a intense background, you end up getting like some really crazy people. I will not be getting Xenoblade Chronicles. Are you going to get it, Michael? Emulators can never use it? I was digging on Knights of the Old Republic 2, half and half. You know, I've never beat Cuphead. That could be fun. Total War Warhammer 2 would be kind of fun. I paid like $50 for Total War Warhammer 1. All right. Did any of those reach out to anybody? Maybe Warcraft 3? Just to try it? But wasn't Nintendo using something like they were just using emulators for their like NES or Super Nintendo stuff? I think I own Cuphead too, or I could just play on Games Pass. I would like to play and beat Cuphead. I love the music. I love the idea of it, and I've only really played it once with Ink when I went to his house. So Cuphead could be a good one. Prince wants Detroit. After playing Beyond Two Souls and Indigo Prophecy, I think I just really hate David Cage. I think every time he just makes these games and stories, they're not that good, and I just think he's a wanker. Yeah, I think he's a big wanker. Don't like him. I just think he's like a really mediocre writer who keeps thinking people don't get what he's doing, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's not even bad enough to be really funny and entertaining. Like sometimes Beyond Two Souls was. But for the most part, it's like, it's just bad, you know? For me. Yeah, he is such a wanker because he's just sitting there like wanking himself. It's so masturbatory, the things he does and talks about. It's like, look what I'm doing. I'm not good enough to make movies, and I'm not really good enough to make games. And for some reason, people keep giving me so much money to make these really nice-looking games. I think Sony just is happy to have exclusives, you know? What I found in Beyond Two Souls is that he kept setting up these scenarios where he's like, I'm gonna try and make you cry. Except he doesn't understand people. So it's very difficult for him to make me cry. Just if I have to keep playing them. That'd make me cry. Beyond Two Souls. Yeah, buddy boy. All right. Jeez. Old cranky man starting to bite. Yeah, I remember really being impressed with Indigo Prophecy when it came out, but going back and playing the puzzles and stuff, I thought, oh my god, this is such a chore. But at the time, I was really impressed. Animal Crossing? It'd be fun to try to get Stella to play that. It's like mostly decorating and stuff, right? And controlling. She likes controlling. All right, let's see if I have... Is Cuphead on Games Pass? Okay, let's see here. What was I looking up? Okay, is Cuphead on Games Pass? You would think it would have to be on Games Pass, right? Sinking City, no, 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 no. Cuphead is apparently coming to Games Pass if the now deleted tweet. This is a story from February 6, 2020. Is it not on Games Pass? I played Neo, and it destroyed me. I couldn't do it. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Huh. I don't think it's on there. I guess I could just buy it. Is it on the Switch? I'm sure it is. Probably for more than every other version. All right. That was Stickerbrush. Well, it was twice. Okay. The Banner Saga. I like Banner Saga. Yeah. What's Cuphead on? It is on Switch. I wonder if I have it on my Switch. I might. You ever go to buy a game and you realize it's already in your library? Oh boy. First world problems. Cuphead, Switch. Is it going to be some stupid price? $90. PS Now and play Control or Overcooked. I do really like Overcooked. Outlast. RE2 is pretty big, eh? I mean, that was on a lot of Game of the Year lists. Wasn't it cool how when you remake a game and preserve the original, how much people really enjoy it? Activate chair. There we go. Ori 2 remake. Pricing unavailable for Cuphead. Why? Why would the pricing not be available? What the fuck? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, maybe some Cuphead. You Skeletal got to enter the containment center. You got a little distracted by both Farming Simulator 19 and Knights of Azure. And Assassin's Creed. I don't like Assassin's Creed games. I don't like Ubisoft. I'm kind of in the mood for a... I would be kind of in the mood for a Cuphead. Because it's pretty difficult. It's very unique. It's one of those games that's right up there. For, you know, critical acclaim. So it'd be nice to have an opinion on it, you know? And have experienced it. Not a vampire. Nothing that's like a nothing that's like a slow third-person story. So I'm up for something that's a bit more different, because right now all we've played is these like all Final Fantasy 10, 13, 7 remake. It's like, okay, so much of this. So like Cuphead or Warcraft 3 could be kind of fun, or like Total War, Warhammer, Civilization 6, something kind of totally different. Strategy, simulation, that kind of thing. The truckers thing is pretty good. Civ 6 and everyone's a villager. That could be it. A game, yeah, game. I broke a PS4 controller. I broke the shoulder button on it playing Yakuza something or other. Fighting in the back alley. Oh god. That was such a piss off. Those bosses in Yakuza can be horrible. You know what? I've played BioShock 1. I've never beaten BioShock 2 or Infinite. That could be kind of interesting. I do like Portal. I've never beaten Portal. So that could be cool. I'm kind of in the mood to try out this Twitch strike and see if that works, you know? Get some new eyes around, you know? You're voting for Civ 6. Okay. You enjoyed Infinite? I played the beginning and saw the God Only Knows thing. That's another thing with Portal is it's very short. And I like Valve's writing. And you know what else I wouldn't mind playing? I wouldn't mind playing Stardew Valley again because I've started to garden. So that'd be kind of fun. Portals 2 is a bit longer with even more humor. And it's co-op, right? How about, Portal, Warcraft 3, Total Warhammer 2, Civ 6. And if I could play it on my Switch, it'd be nice. I played a bit of the Rabbids Mario. And then I got to a part where I was just walking around kind of a big open area. That could be fun. I have that. Mario Rabbids. Cuphead. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's more of I generally like to play games that were considered the best all time. So Portable fits in there really well of a game that everybody, it's separate story for the co-op. Cool. Games that everybody could consider the greatest. Kind of like games you got to play before you die. That kind of thing. So Portal fits that. Civ 6 would be a nice palate cleanser for sure. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go. Thanks, everybody. Good talking to you. Evil Within. Oh, the cool puzzles are tougher. It's not as good as the single player story. Wow. Well, I'll just play the Portal one. Evil Within. Evil Within. 2 recommendations for that, Prince and Niccolo. Oh. Okay, I will. I'll check what games I own and see if that makes a difference. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks, everybody. That was a lot of fun. We'll do another... add more nominations in the channel. I'll delete those messages there. If somebody has the power to delete them, please delete them. I didn't realize Kid Icarus had all this awesome flamenco guitar. Third-person story horror. Okay. Civ Light. I know this isn't necessarily Civ Light, but, well, turn-based but not as difficult as Masters of Orion 1 or 2 and Space are fantastic. And the reboot is pretty simplified. Command & Conquer Light, there's these ones called 8-Bit Armies. That looks pretty cool. All right, I'm out of here. Goodbye. Yeah, we'll do another. We'll do one of these a month. It's really fun.